Thank you for being here today. I hope you are doing well. Can you hear me? First of all, this is the first question for you. Yes, okay. Thank you very much. So, I am Agathe. I work for Join School in France. I'm International Project Manager, and I'm here today to talk about the Masters in Management with Join School in France. So, as you know, or maybe not, with Join a School in France, you can apply with only one single application for 5 business schools in France. So, the 5 business schools are HEC Paris, ESCP Business School, Audencia Business School, EM Lyon Business School, and Schema Business School. So, with only one application, you can go maybe in 5 business schools in France. This is really simple, and we will see the application process together all along this webinar. Um, do not hesitate to ask your question on the chat because I'm here to answer. So maybe I will answer you later, but I will do my best to give you the answer. With Join a School in France, this is really simple to apply. You just have to go on joinasschoolinfrance.com here, and you will start an application. So you will have to enter all your personal information and then your background, all your academic background, etc. But to apply, it's really important to hold a degree in higher education out of France. You have to get an international profile, and regardless the field of study. For example, if you have a bachelor in engineering or a license in law or a banker is for Chinese people. But if you have a license, a bachelor in a specific field except from management, it's not a problem. You can apply to join a school in France. And you have to be currently studying the last year of your degree. This is important. This is the criteria to apply for the 5 business schools in France. So as I said, this is simple. You just have to go on joinasschoolinfrance.com and you start your application process. You have to know that we have 4 sessions within the year. So the first session starts in September. You can apply for right now. All the 4 rounds are available. So you can choose your session, your rounds. There is absolutely no difference between first round, second round, third round, and fourth round. The only thing is that this is for organization. So if you prefer to apply at the end of the year, it's okay. If you want to anticipate your action, it's better for you. And I recommend you to be really prepared to apply for the Join School in France selection process. So maybe this is the part that is really interesting for you, the supporting documents. So you have several documents to upload within your application online. Of course, your identity documents. It can be a passport or a national identity card. But please, on your document, it must be written in English. So maybe it's better to use the passport because we don't speak Chinese or other language. We can speak English, Spanish, Portuguese, but we don't speak Chinese. Diploma, of course, your diploma or your certificate of attendance if you have not yet graduated. It means that if you will graduate in I don't know, June 2022, you will upload a certificate, a school certificate, saying that you will graduate. Then you will upload all your academic transcripts regarding your bachelor, your license, or maybe your master, because you also you can apply for join a school in France for the 5 business schools with a master. This is not a problem. But this is the minimum level is the bachelor license, and it will be okay. So all your academic transcripts, it's really important. First year, second year, third year, at least. And then 2 documents really important: your written test and your English test. So this is the copy, of course, not the original, but you will scan your original documents, and you will upload the copy of this document. So the written test and the English test, I will give you more information about this test after. And then 2 letters of recommendation. It can be academic or professional, as you want, but the schools prefer academic ones. Then you will have to upload your resume, the CV, and the Join School in France application fee. It's around 200 euros. So now the written test. The written test, we ask for GMAT, GRE, or TAJMAJ. Only these 3 tests. So you can choose. There is no difference between these 3 tests. It's you. You have to do the registration for this test. It's individual from Join a School in France. This is not our company that do the test. So this is really your part and not the Join a School in France part. You have to give us this test, GMAT or GRE or TAJMAJ, with all the scores, and then we will send it to the 5 business schools. Exactly the same things for the English test. You can choose between TOEFL, TOEIC, IELTS, or Cambridge. 4 tests, you can choose between them. Sorry, can you hear me? Yes, because I can see not that I'm not audible. Yes, it's okay for you? Okay, thank you. Um, you can choose between TOEFL, TOEIC, IELTS, or Cambridge, but there is an exception. If you are native speakers, of course, you don't have to provide this test, but you have to show the proof that you are an English native speaker. For example, you have to upload your passport. Or your national identity, for example, an American identity. And if for people that have spent at least 3 years in an English-speaking university, it is okay. You don't have to provide a test, but you will have to upload a proof of your studies. All your studies have. We need to see a part saying that the medium of instruction is English. So you will have to upload this proof. I hope it's okay for you regarding the test. One thing more regarding the test, written test and English test, there is no minimum um, for no minimum score. You just have to do your best because this is not the decision of Join a School in France, and the schools have several and different criteria. That's why we don't ask for a minimum test, a minimum score. Sorry. Just do your best. And if you think that you can do better, you can have a better score, you can get a better score, try again and try to do it again. And you have the possibility to do several times the test. Sorry, so I can see your question. I will take time to answer your question. If our bachelor is in English, 2 years We won't. Yes, we won't need we won't need English test. Exactly. If your bachelor is in English, you don't have to take an English test. But this is not because your bachelor is in English that you don't have to do a test. If you want to take a test, it's okay. It's a bonus, but you are not obliged to provide an English test. But you can take a test, but you are not obliged to. Um, Sorry, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Sorry. Yes. Okay. Okay. Um, so then other question. If I was born and raised in the USA, but in my no, if you were born and raised in the USA, you are not obliged to provide an English test. It's the same thing. You are not obliged, but you will have to provide a proof that you were born in the USA. Your American identity, for example. And sorry for my English. Then, can you remember? Yes, your question. So, sorry. What if constantly work with native English? Yes, no. The only thing for exception for the test is native speaker and the bachelor or the license or the master in English. That's all. I'm sorry. No, applying in the last round uh, don't decrease your chance of admission. There is no difference between the different rounds. This is just for the organization of the schools, the organization of joint school in France selection process, because you have a lot of students who want to apply for the 5 business schools, and this is just for organization. That's all. That's why we organize 4 sessions within the years, and we accept all the students that are eligible. It means to hold a bachelor degree, license, master from another country out of France. This is really important. If you have a bachelor from France, we will not accept you for applying to join school in France. You will go directly with the schools. So, and another information, it's really important. I insist on this fact. We are not the schools and join school in France work together. We work with the schools. We are not competitors. That is why this is an advantage to go to join a school in France to do your application, because if you are interested in 2 schools, for example, you want to go to Schema and HEC Paris, it's better for you to go to apply through join a school in France, because this is only one application. That's all. But if you really want to go to ESCP Business School, for example, and you don't want to go to the other school, you just have to go to ESCP Business School without join a school in France. But if you apply through join a school in France, you apply for the 5 business schools. Not you cannot choose. Yes, oh, I will go to Schema and HEC Berries. No, if you apply through join school in France, this is for the 5 business schools, and we will send your application to the 5 business schools. can you start your application if you are in your last year of bachelor or just waiting for? No, no, no. This is a great question. Um, if you can start your application, and you have to start your application if you are in your last year. That is why, regarding the documents, for example, as I said, here in this part, you will not upload your diploma because you will not be graduated, but you will upload your school certificate saying that you are in your last year. Yes, because this webinar is really focused on September 2022 intake. Okay, so it's really important to be here, and thank you for being here because you are preparing your application and your vision of your studies. So it's really great. If you apply through Join School in France, we will still be eligible for the scholarships that the school provides. Yes, of course, the scholarship. Um, Regarding the scholarships, it depends on a lot of criteria, but of course you can be eligible regarding your conditions. You can be eligible for scholarships, of course. I will have 3 years of experience. Would that be considered for the? Yes, of course. Regarding the MIM, the application for the Masters in Management program for the 5 business schools, um, one condition is to be enrolled in a bachelor or license. It means that at least 3 years of studies. So this is okay. It is okay. Then we will continue. We are going to continue the webinar. Then other supporting documents. The letters of recommendation. Here you can see the perfect one with the stamp of the school, a beautiful letters with the name of the referee and the name of the school. This is the perfect one. But we understand that sometimes it's difficult to get this kind of letter. So we ask for at least the name and the email address or the contact of your referee. This is really important for us. The contact of the referee and the beautiful letters regarding your skills, your competencies, etc. Because sometimes you are not able to get the stamp, and we understand. Another document that you will have to upload is the copy of the proof of payment regarding the payment of the proof of the Join School in France application fee, around 200 euros. Another part of your application will be the motivational questions. For the motivational questions, because with the Join School in France, we do not ask for a cover letter. So these motivational questions are really important. You need to take time to answer it, and all of these motivational questions. If you are eligible to take an interview with Join School in France, I will send these motivational questions to your jury member, and your jury members will see these motivational questions, and they probably ask you questions regarding these motivational questions. So take time to answer. I will just read your question. Will having 2 years of work experience. If you have work experience, this is a bonus. It's okay. This is not a problem. No, no problem. And I'm sure that with 2 years of working experience, you can ask for a professional recommendation later. Um, is this an exception for buying franchise? What would be the difference regarding MIM and the MBA? The Masters in Management program is really focused on um, this is for I'm not a school, so I think that the best thing to do in order to have this right answer is to attend a webinar with the school, because I will organize a series of webinars within the year, and probably it will start on September 2021. With the schools. So we will do a webinar with HEC Paris, ESCP Business School, Schema, EM Lyon, and Audencia. And you will be able to ask this question directly to the school between regarding the difference between a Master in Management program and a MBA. But what I can say is that for the Masters in Management program, you need to have an international profile. It's really important. Why? Because the Masters in Management will be taught in English, and the way that you are an international candidate will be a bonus within this program. You said earlier that school prefer academic letter. Yes, the school prefer academic recommendation letter, of course, but if you are not able to provide two academic letters, it's okay with the professional one, because sometimes it's better if someone can tell to the schools that you are the perfect candidate and this is a professional letter, you can do it. It's this is an advice from me, really personal advice. Just do your best. You can add the document that will give you an added value. So if you think that a professional recommendation letter will be better for you, instead of uploading an academic one, it's okay. Upload two professional recommendation letters. Just do what is better for you. You need to prove that you are the perfect candidates for the schools. So we need all the proof in this direction. What's the word limit for answering the questions? I think it's 500, the limits, but I'm not sure. It's around 200 or 500, I think. I'm not sure. Please, regarding this question, you can send an email to Join a School in France. The email address is Join a School in France. Here is the email address. You can ask your question to this email address and we will answer it in details. I think it's around 200 or 500 words. Then the interview. This is an important part of the selection process with the Join a School in France application. So you will start your online application. You will finish your online application, and then I will check your documents. If you have um, all the perfect documents, I will send your application to the 5 business schools, and then the schools will um, will give you an interview with Join a School in France. So Join a School in France will organize, so the schools will tell you if you are eligible or not. If you are eligible, for example, you can be eligible at Schema, EM Lyon, HEC Paris, but not at ESCP Business School and not at EM Lyon Business School. Maybe you will be eligible to the 5 business schools, I hope. But if you have an interview, Join School in France will organize it for you in your country. We will do our best. I hope that the situation will be better in 2022 and that the interview will be face to face interviews. And to do so, I will organize it in French institutions. In French institution in your country, in your city, maybe at Campus France, Alliance Française, Chamber of Commerce, French embassies. I will send you an official invitation saying that your interview will be held in, I don't know, February 2nd at the French embassy in Mumbai. And you will go to this interview and you will talk with 2 or 3 jury members. This is a 30-minute interview in English, always in English, with 2 or 3 jury members. This is the condition if it is face-to-face interview. Unfortunately, sometimes it is not possible. So we organize an interview online through Skype or Google Meet or Zoom. It depends on the jury members and on the conditions in your country. And the questions all along the interview will be focused on personality, motivation, professional project, general knowledge, general culture also, and sometimes your hobbies, why you choose France, and your ability to go abroad and to be to have a certain autonomy. Regarding the FL scholarship, I don't have all the information. I suggest you to directly go on internet and to check what is saying, what is the conditions regarding the FL scholarship. Um, I'm not sure, but I think that the FL scholarship is at the beginning. Start in September, and it finish on December. So this is a certain period regarding the FL scholarship. So be aware of this conditions. And if you want to apply for the FL scholarship, I think that you have to apply before December. It's really important, I think, but maybe the condition has changed. So here is the admission process. This is the summary of what I said before. So first of all, you apply through joinasschoolinfrance.com. You fill up the application form and you upload all your documents. If you need more information regarding the documents, regarding if you have questions, you can send us email, you can contact us on WhatsApp, you can go on our social media because we are really active on social media. You can call us, you can attend our webinars. So we are really, really here for you. And this is also an advantage to apply through Join a School in France because we understand that you are abroad, you are far away from here, and that is why our team is here for you. We will not let you alone. You're not alone, and we will do our best to guide you all along the process. And then the second step is the schools and join a school in France will decide if you are eligible for the interview. So, as I said before, maybe when you start your application with Join a School in France, this is for the 5 business schools, not only one. This is for the 5 business schools. Then the schools and Join a School in France will decide if you are eligible at Schema, EM Lyon, ESCP, HEC Paris, and Audencia. Maybe you will be eligible for the 5 business schools, but maybe not. Maybe you will be eligible only at 2 schools or 3 schools or 4 schools. It depends on your level and on your documents that we will see and that we will check. But if you are eligible at least at 1 school, you will take an interview. Then this is the third step. Join a school in France will organize an interview in your country or through Skype for you. And the final step is that you will receive the admission results. The admission result and the eligibility result to take an interview and the admission result will be directly available on each school website. But do not worry, you will receive a lot of emails from us. Do not worry for that. Here are the rounds, the different rounds. Maybe it will be more precise for you. So the application closing date, I don't have for the moment. I don't have the exact dates. So this is an estimation of the date. The the deadline of the first round will be at the beginning of October. For second round, beginning of January. Third round, the beginning of March, and the final round, the end of April. So you can choose between the round. If you prefer to apply for the round 2, it's okay. You just have to go on joinerschoolinfrance.com and you choose round 2. And same for round 3, 4, 1, as you want. So the planning is always this kind of planning. But the only exception is that at the moment I don't have the exact dates. But we will have it really soon. I think that in July I will be able to communicate the dates. So a few minutes to read your question. So regarding the FL scholarships, as I told you, I think that there is a specific period to apply for this scholarship. So you have to be aware of that. And I suggest you to directly go on the internet to see all the conditions. Do you have to apply? Several different programs. Okay. Regarding your questions with the example of HEC Paris, when you apply through Join School in France, when you apply through Join School in France, this is only for the Masters in Management program. So there is no, we don't offer other programs with the school. This is only for the Master in Management program. So you can apply through Join a School in France for the Master in Management program. And maybe, if you prefer, you can also apply for another program at HEC Paris. It's okay. But you the only thing that you cannot do is that to apply for to apply with Join a School in France and to apply at HEC Paris for the same program. You will have to choose the admission process through Join a School in France or through HEC Paris, the international way or the direct way. Do we have, regarding the WhatsApp number, I will give you at the end of the presentation. Do not worry. And this presentation is registered, so I will send you the replay, and you will be able to find the replay on our YouTube channel. Okay, so do we have to apply? Okay. Okay, so regarding your first question, Priam, you have to apply through Join a School in France, and then to apply to the FL scholarship, because you cannot have a scholarship without applying to a school. So this is the process. You have to apply to the different schools, or for example, through Join a School in France, and then to deliver the certification that you are enrolled in a selection process for French business schools, and then you will be able to apply to FL scholarship. Regarding your second question, okay, so regarding the second question, Join a School in France decides we only take a decision on your documents. It means that on the conformity of your documents, are they correct or not? If you respect all the conditions, it's okay. You are eligible for Join a School in France. It means that your documents must be correct. If they are correct, I will send your documents, your application, to the 5 business schools. And then the 5 business schools will tell you if you are eligible to take an interview. This is not Join a School in France that takes the decision regarding the interview. That is why you can be eligible at 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 business schools regarding the interview. I hope it's clear for you. Do not hesitate to tell me if it's not clear. This is simple, but maybe I have some trouble to explain you. So do not hesitate to tell me. I'm here for that. Are we allowed to verify the application? Yes, of course. If you want to verify the application's documents before submitting your application, it's totally okay. You just have to call us, and or maybe send us an email saying, please, can we meet at 5 p.m. and to check my application process and my application document with you, and it will be okay. We will call you, and for example, maybe it will be with me, and I will tell you, sorry, I think this document is not okay. Maybe it will be better to upload another document. We will do our best to to give you the best application as possible, of course. So you can call us, you can write us in order to check your application with us, of course. Okay, thank you very much. Then some suggestion. So go on joinerschoolinfluence.com. I suggest you to read the rules, the FAQ, because we have a lot of frequently asked questions. So maybe it will help you within the process. The rules of joining school in France and with the schools. You can register for next webinars. For the moment, this is the last webinar of the year for the moment. So, but this is a webinar for September 2022, and you will have a lot of webinars, a series, as I said you before. So register when it will be okay. I will send you an email with all our webinars all along the years with the schools. I will do a webinar with HC Paris, Schema, EM Lyon, Audencia, and ESCP Business School, of course. You will be able to go into details and to ask your question directly to the representatives of the schools. It will be a beautiful opportunity for you. But I have to organize it before. Then go on our social media. We have Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, WeChat, Weibo, YouTube, and the phone number. So this is the WhatsApp number that you can see on the screen, and our email address if you have some questions. So this is for the moment. This is Sami. As you can see on the screen, Sami is our intern at Join School in France, and he is really active with WhatsApp on WhatsApp. So do not hesitate to ask your questions to Sami. And Hélène is your contact for your application process, and she's really active regarding the emails. And Bastien and me, Agathe, we are here regarding the webinars, and we organize your interviews, and we also take the decision if you are eligible or not to send your application to the 5 business schools. And of course, Anne-Laure is our manager, and I hope that we will meet you during the interviews pretty soon. Do not hesitate to start your application right now, because there are all the 4 rounds are available on joinerschoolinfrance.com. So you can register right now. You can start uploading your application, your documents as soon as possible. This is better. You can anticipate your action. It's really good to anticipate your action. I insist on the written test and the English test. If you do not have an English test or a written test, you can start to register for a session right now. GMAT, GRE, TAJMAJ, IELTS, Cambridge, I don't know, IELTS, Cambridge, TOEFL, TOEIC. These are really important documents for you and for the schools. And you cannot be able to apply without these documents. So please take a test as soon as possible. I hope this webinar was helpful for you. I will organize several webinars in September and all along the next year. So do not hesitate to ask your question by email, on WhatsApp, on social medias. We are here for you, and I hope that you will apply really soon. Thank you very much for your participation, and I wish you all the best. Bye bye. Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.